We are back once again, ladies and gentlemen. It is another edition of the Mizzle Dub show, and as you can see, we actually changed locations from where we normally do our show. We just decided to be a little bit different today, and well, here we are. Then, of course, it was bound to happen. You might as well go ahead and get the theme ready, because
you just want me to play music real quick? Just a little.
I'm just saying, you might as well get it ready.
Just go ahead and do it.
Anyhow, he is about to be in his feelings right now, and as you can see, he has finally bought both shirts. As we tried to go to SummerSlam, and they did not have the shirts, and he was highly disappointed. And now,
yes, acknowledge.
He is wearing the shirt. Now, keep in mind, when this theme first came out, he was like, "This theme sucks. I don't like it." Now, being the ace hole that he is, he's embracing it. But anyhow, good sir, how are you?
I'm doing good. Well, besides this little rain that we need is making my mood feel not like how I want to be, but I'm a child of God. I'm blessed, and as our pop would say, black and breathing.
Well, week 9 is officially over, and we might as well just call this Upset Sunday because there was a lot of upsets.
Shitty Sunday football. That's what I'm calling it.
In week 9 of the NFL. So let's just hop right into it with a recap. It all started with the Jets and Colts, which actually turned to a very high scoring games. And if you had the over, you might have cashed out. Colts beat the Jets 45-30 to get the week started. Then perhaps the most unique game of them all, AAA affiliates of Buffalo against the AAA affiliates of Jacksonville, where the AAA affiliates of Jacksonville hits a walk-off 3-run homer. The Jaguars beat the Bills 9-6, and something very shocking. The Denver Broncos going to Arlington and for most of the game shut down the Cowboys, which was totally unexpected. But the Broncos get a huge win post Von Miller era, 30-16. I don't know what happened to the Cowboys, but they just looked bad. They just looked lethargic. Dak Prescott returned, but was not in his right frame of mind.
Yeah.
You just have to tip your cap to Vic Fangio, the Broncos, for just coming in and just pulling up the upset. Maybe perhaps the upset of the day happened in the state of Ohio as the dog pound goes into the jungle and puts up a 40-burger.
So is Odell the problem? I know we're gonna dial into that. That's a question to say for after you do the rundown, but just let that fester for a little bit because I kind of want to touch on that here in a second.
And lo and behold, the Atlanta Falcons.
Well,
yeah, the Atlanta Falcons.
Well,
are at 500. They upset the Saints 27-25.
It was a good game.
And
that was a good game.
Yes, it was. Matt Ryan looked like the old Matty Ice.
Yeah.
Going 23 of 30, completing 7% of his passes for 343 yards. Very high. Well, normally when the Saints and Falcons get together, it's normally a very high competitive game. Anyway, it doesn't matter where the records are.
Yeah.
It's one of the best rivalries a lot of fans don't talk about in the NFL.
Yeah.
And the decline for the Panthers just continues. They once were 3-0, now they have just lost it. They need to find the gleam. The Patriots come into the Carolinas and
what about the Patriots though, man? How they just started here and Bill Belichick just trusting the process, keep building.
Well, we all knew, and I know he gets on our nerves, but we kept saying the Patriots will not be down for long just because it's the hoodie, and it's how we say about the San Antonio fundamentals. As long as Popovich is there,
there's always a chance. Always.
I am not going to count them out or discredit them. I said maybe 2020. Okay, the Patriots struggle. They will not do it in back-to-back years, and so far, we are proven to be right.
Yes.
Dolphins beat the Texans. They in their losing streak, they beat the Texans 17-9. And in the Purple Rain Bowl, the Ravens come back to beat the Vikings in overtime, 34-31. Chargers, Eagles in a very competitive game in the city of Brotherly Love, but the Chargers on the last field goal by Dustin Hopkins beat the Eagles 27-24. And the Chiefs look lethargic.
They shouldn't have won that game.
Barely win 13-7. And perhaps maybe the upset of the whole upset of the whole week 9 was the Tennessee Titans. No Derrick Henry. Go into Inglewood and just slap the Rams around. And as much as this pains me to do it, because you know how much I'm a huge Stafford fan, and you know I'm a Georgia Bulldog.
Can't do it. Go ahead. You can't do it.
Stafford.
The Scott Mitchell Award.
He is our recipient of this week's Scott Mitchell Award.
Who was he?
You cannot do a pirouette 360 and throw an interception. Throw it away.
You should have took 2. Just take the 2.
Or take the safety.
Take the 2. Yeah, that's the you can't do it.
Stafford, I love you. But that gummit, throw the ball away.
Yeah, you can't do it.
And last night, before we get into our team's discussions, last night, as Howard Cosell once said, what a football game this turned out to be.
Yeah, with the help of the referees.
Well,
they got to do something with the taunting thing. It's
well, first off, let's go into the fact that the Steelers were up 20-6 going into the fourth quarter, and the Bears rung off 21 unanswered points, actually took the lead late.
Yeah.
And then, as we said, Cassius Marsh gets a sack on Ben Roethlisberger. Anyone that knows Cassius Marsh, he is very skilled in the martial arts, and every time he gets a sack, he does a jump karate kick.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing it his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
Never been called for a taunting penalty.
Nope.
Then all of a sudden, he makes a little bit of contact with a ref. They call taunting. Okay. You and I have had off-air discussions about this taunting rule and this, that, and we've always said you're taking the emotions out of the game.
Yes.
I mean, back when we were kids, taking off the helmet when you score a touchdown wasn't a big deal. No. All of a sudden, you take it off now, it's 15 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're trying to tell a bunch of grown men who are playing a kid's game and getting paid a very nice ransom to play this game. You're basically saying you cannot play the game with emotion,
or you can't have fun,
or you can't have fun, because at the end of the day, it is a game that they're getting paid a very nice salary to play,
and
which a lot of us would play for free, or would play for less of what they're making. Maybe a third of what they're making, we probably would play for that.
Maybe one of their game checks would be enough for me.
Hey. One game check. Oh, I can invest this. I'm good. But anyhow, it took away from a very entertaining game. The Steelers end up winning the game 29-27, which gives the Steelers their 4th consecutive win. Outside of the bad calls by the referees, it was the Bears showed some moxie. Justin Fields, the last 2 weeks, has shown that maybe he can be a player in this league, because he made some throws last night.
Yes.
Like,
believe me. But we knew the kid was going to be all right, man. We just knew it. The way the NFL is going, everybody wants the new Lamar Jackson. It's pretty much what everybody wants. So the kid went out there and played good football. I'll give credit where credit is due. He handed my Raiders an L. So I believe he's going to be the future for that Bears team. Just surround him. And they need to get Allen Robinson involved more. I don't understand how you have one of the top 10 receivers in the league and you're not getting him the ball. I sure hope that my Raiders pull the trigger on him. But he needs to, just like they wanted Odell out of Cleveland. You got to let's free Allen Robinson, unless you're going to use him. He is a product that's going to waste. But here nor there. But yeah,
he's one of the top receivers that nobody talks about because he's in purgatory in Chicago.
And he does not make a fuss. He does not make He goes out there.
He does not.
He deserves better though, and he's not a diva. He's not like, oh, I'm not getting the ball. I'm not getting my, still supportive. But like you said, nobody's going to talk about him. We will talk about him because we know what goes on. So yeah, they got to build more around him. He already has a running game. Montgomery is going to be huge. And I can't remember the other running back that got his name.
He just came back last night.
Yes. I can't think of his name right now, but he's huge. So get him a tight end and either do something with Allen Robinson and what's number 11?
Mooney.
Nice. So it's there. So just the Bears should just be patient. Matt Nagy is not the greatest coach in the world. He's in there. He's trying to build the offense and stuff like that. But just the Bears fans should be patient. I know it's kind of hard. Everybody wants to win now. Just give him a shot. The Bears will be all right.
Well, now switching to our teams, and it was not a very good game for our teams, even though your team still had a shot to win. My team did not have a chance at all. But we will talk about the Raiders. And, I mean, I know what you always say. You've been saying it the last 2 seasons. It's after week 8, the second season, is when they go on this downfall. And I told you yesterday, I said it's a mental thing. I said if they really don't want to keep being known for that, they've got to learn how to finish. Now, again, you still have to go play the game.
Yes.
True enough. But at the same time, what this franchise has gone through, just in the span of a month, realistically, how can you expect the team to perform to its capabilities with all these distractions? At the end of the day, they are human beings, they have feelings, and they care. Okay, it's one thing, again, and we talked about this off air, just when I think they're getting over or trying to move on and move past through the John Gruden situation.
Yeah.
The unfortunate tragedy that it is Henry Ruggs III happens. Then you're like, damn it, here we go again. Then he kept saying, and this is facts, things happen in threes. He kept saying, what's next? And then you send me the message, and you're like, oh, what happened now? And then the whole Damon Arnett thing. And then before we went on air, he played away his head, and I'm just like, it's like, do you know how many people would give their left nut to be in your situation? You're in the NFL. You're in the National Football League. You're playing as a professional athlete, getting paid a very nice salary to play a kid's game. Yeah. You are one of the 1% that freaking made it. But you want to be a dumbass and say some dumb stuff like that, threatening somebody's life.
A fan who you went to Ohio State. You get heckled by fans all the time. But what I want to discuss now is about the game.
Okay.
You can easily say the team was there. Derek Carr wasn't. Derek Carr, the defense was on fire. The defense held the Giants to 230 some odd yards total.
245 total net yards. The Raiders had 403. So the Raiders outgained them 2-1.
Okay, so the defense was doing their job. I mean, yeah, we still have problems with the running game, but that's always been our Achilles heel. We cannot stop the freaking run. But Derek Carr was missing passes that are normally, he throws that in his sleep. That pass he missed to Darren Waller at the end of the half to get us a touchdown, to get the ball at the half, you clearly saw that something is not up here with him. I mean, the ball was flying all over the place. That pick six, he stared down Hunter too much. Then he checked out of a run play on his second interception where he just didn't see the safety. I think he just didn't. He was going there regardless. That was the play. He was good. He didn't check off, look it off.
Well,
I will give my team and organization credit for this month going 2-1 so far with the Gruden, the Ruggs, the Arnett, and just all kind of other stuff going on, just to keep it together. Yes, they're human. Derek, I just need to see how Derek's going to play Sunday night. Did Sunday carry on to when we play the Chiefs? Because he cannot play like that against this Chiefs team. I don't care how crappy the Chiefs are looking. They're still the Chiefs.
They're still the Chiefs. They are still the reigning back-to-back AFC champions. But I think two things from this game stand out. One, the Giants were 6 for 12 on third down. That's 50%. And the Raiders were 1 for 6 in red zone efficiency. Giants were 0 for 2. The Raiders kept getting into the red zone. They kept driving down the field. They moved the ball down the field. They kept moving it, as they say, in between the 20s. But yet, as Steve Young says so much, kicking field goals is like kissing your sister.
Oh, well, and if you get down there, you're not making field goals. Daniel Carson just irritates me sometimes. He can't make extra points. That was a chip shot field goal. But then you move him back 40, 50 yards. It's like automatic. Like, dude, he did not have to hook it. Whoop. I don't know. This is just the same. If you're a Raider fan, this is the same story the past 3 seasons. It's that East Coast swing that we do, or we travel in a different time zone after the bye. And they can say it was Grooted. Well, Grooted wasn't there for this one.
Well, as we said, Carr will say, because being the good leader that he is, he will say that was on me. And of course, him being true to himself, he said that one was on me. And I guarantee you that he will get it right, because you know how badly he wants to beat the Chiefs.
Yes.
Because again, Raiders are still in the thick of things in the AFC West. The division is still at hand for this team.
It's open.
It is open. I mean, it's there for the taking. It really is. I mean, only because the Chargers have the better division record is the only reason why they're in first place. But I mean, they have the same exact record.
Yep.
It's the same winning percentage. It's just the Chargers have that one tiebreaker, which they will play again. And I think
that's in January.
Yeah, I think they closed the season against one another, if I'm not mistaken, as we'll go to the schedule here.
Yeah, I think that might be January. But I'm not going to be too hard on Carr because he has the franchise just literally just fell in his lap. I mean, Gruden was the face. We all knew that. Gruden answered the questions. Gruden. But
yes, not to cut you off, but yes, the final home game of the year is against the Chargers, and that could be for the West, which means it could be a Sunday night game. You never know. It could be flexed to Sunday night.
Hey, I'll say this. Yeah, I hope that this was just I'll say this. Carr was more emotional with Ruggs than he was with Gruden. You can clearly see that in that last press conference when he came in and had to talk about Ruggs. The man was red in the face. You can see that he was just it was too much for him. So, and again, no excuses, because like you said, you get out there, you still play the game. The Giants put their pads on just like you put your pads on. But you can clearly see that something was wrong with Carr. I just want to see how he's going to make up for it Sunday night. Is he going to right the ship, or is it still going to linger? Damon Arnett situation. You cannot be representing anybody's team, and I'll be shocked if anybody picks him up on their roster.
Well, he might have played himself out of the NFL with that one.
Yeah, well, you can't be You heard the audio. I mean, I sent you the video, but you heard the audio that I'll just play for you before we got on air. I mean, that's you cannot do that.
No,
You do not. I guess it's hard for it's easy for us to sit here and say that, but we don't know how long these people been antagonizing them or doing that. I mean, I see they down him on Twitter all the time. I mean, I guess you got to say if you're going to be in the NFL, you got to have a tough team. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
but also at the same time, if you're not playing to your capabilities, again, if I'm paying a ticket to watch it to go watch you play, and you're not playing up to your potential, me as a fan, I have the right to go and say that right now you're playing very sucky. Now, going over the line and talking about your family stuff, that's going over the line. But if we're just talking about you're playing like crap,
yeah.
Me as a fan, I have right to because I'm paying for a product, and right now you're giving me a crappy product. So I can say, you suck right now.
Right.
But that's as far as I would go.
Correct.
But, I digress. But I think the team will come together, band together, because, like I said, last season, with the exception of the Chargers and the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, the Raiders played the Chiefs as tough as you can, and some would say should have swept them last season. They got the split, but I'm pretty sure it's Chiefs week, and I'm pretty sure they don't need any bullable material to get ready to play their longtime rivals for the last 61 years. But Sunday night game, I know the Death Star will be lit. I know the Strip will be lit. And thank God I'll be far away from that as possible. Not dealing with that traffic. Praise the Lord. But I will expect them to come out better and come out guns blazing against the Chiefs because, like I said, the division is still at hand for the Raiders.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Switching from the AFC now to the NFC. Let's talk about this Santa Clara 49ers versus the Kyler Murray-less, DeAndre Hopkins-less, no AJ Green, no JJ Watt Cardinal team. You think, wait, Colt McCoy. Who? Colt McCoy looking like Tom Brady back there. I mean, I know you guys couldn't stop Connor.
Nobody wanted to tackle number 6 in the white jersey.
No.
And which do you need to ask me this question? Does anybody want to tackle number 6? Anybody? Because he's seemingly finding the end zone at will. Not even that. Christian Kirk, wide receiver, even completed a pass for 33 yards. Colt McCoy was 22 of 26.
That's
quarterback rating of 119.4.
wow.
And realistically, I can't put this loss clearly on Garoppolo because Garoppolo actually completed 70% of his passes, threw for 326 yards, but he was sacked 5 times. Actually had a rating of 100.6. But when you spot the Cardinals 14 off of turnovers, that doesn't help the cause. I mean, the game was over by the third quarter. It was 31-7.
Yeah.
I mean, even at halftime, I said, even when they went up 20%, I said, the game's over. The game is over. And our little big brother was asking me like, well, why? I said, are you not watching what I'm watching? The game is over. I mean, James Conner, 21 carries, 96 yards, found the end zone receiving and rushing.
Yeah.
Um, and again, I will not understand. Well, I'm well in the early part I don't understand. In the later part I understand why, but it's like again, talked about play calling and building a rhythm all season long. You finally do that against the Chicago Bears, totally went away against the Cardinals. I mean, even the 8 carries Elijah Mitchell had, he still averaged 4.5 yards a carry. So he was still, getting yards. But again, I just don't understand. Why do we keep running away from it?
Yeah.
Yes, I know you want to get George Kittle involved, but again, and this has been the problem with my team, even going back to the Colin Kaepernick years. He does it. Garoppolo does it. Alex Smith was scared to do it, but even I've seen it with Trey Lance. Kaepernick, Garoppolo, and Lance, they all sail the football too damn high. For example, the Brandon Ayuk fumble made a heck of a catch to even to catch it because the ball was thrown too high.
Yeah.
But then if you're Brandon Ayuk, you got to protect the dang ball. The George Kittle fumble, the defender just made a heck of a play and just knocked the ball out. Of course, that's the old Charles Peanut Tillman play where he just puts the ball out. But I'm just like, this has been their MO all year long. It's probably not going to change, but they have been getting off to slow starts all season long. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And as the late Dennis Green said, we are who we thought they were.
Crown them.
The 49ers are who I think they are. They are slow starting. They are a slow starting, undisciplined football team, and that starts with the damn head coach.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan, this is on you. You saying, I don't know what's going on, I can't figure out. Well, you need to figure it out because you're the head coach.
Yeah. What needs to change?